Today we are going to create rules for integers. Now remember yesterday we added integers using a number line. But you are not always going to have a number line, and not even a number line big enough. Yesterday's only went from -15 to +15. You are not going to always have that number line in your back pocket to pull out and be able to add your integers. So remember yesterday we talked about the rules of integers. So on your paper, I want you to write down these rules. Remember, when the signs are the same, so positive plus positive, we need to add them together, and the answer is positive. Negative plus negative, add them together, and the answer is negative. Pause up the video and make sure you write this down. Now what happens when we have different signs? And remember, different is just like the word difference. And we learned this year that difference means to subtract. So we're going to subtract the smaller looking. Remember, it only looks small. It just looks it. It's not really the smallest number, because negatives are always smaller than positives. But we subtract the smaller looking number from the larger looking number. And the answer is the sign of the larger looking number. So pause the video, make sure you write down those rules. And now we're going to use those rules to solve some adding integer problems. So the first one I start with is -8 plus 3. Now these are different, and different means to subtract. So I'm going to take my larger looking, this one looks larger, and I'm going to subtract the smaller from that. So 8 minus 3 is what I'm doing in my head, is 5. And the one that looks the largest is 8, so it's a -5. Now over here I have a -4 plus -7. Remember, positive plus negative plus a negative. Add them together. Signs are the same. Add them together. 7 plus 4 is 11, and it stays negative. 6 plus -4, different signs. Different signs means to subtract. So I'm going to take my larger looking number, which is a 6, minus a 4, and I get 2. And then the larger looking number, which is a 6, is positive. So this is positive. I have 2 more positives than negatives. Up here I have 5 more negatives than I do positives. And I have a -8 plus a -9. Signs are the same. Add them together. 8 plus 9 is 17. Keep the sign because they're the same. -17. Now down here it says Janice started at -3. She moved forward 4. So we're starting at -3 and we're moving forward 4. Write an addition sentence, so it has to have addition in it. So I'll put my big plus sign there to represent this situation and solve, so I have to solve it, to find her new position. So where did she start? -3 plus, because it says addition, forward 4. Forward 4 means +4. So -3 plus a +4. Signs are different, so I want to subtract the larger looking from the smaller looking. So in my head I'm doing 4 minus 3, which is, you got it, 1. And I keep the sign of the larger looking number. Well, this one looks larger than that. So it's a +1. So her new position, remember word problems, she is at +1. Let's do the second one. It says Mike owes his dad $9. So he owes $9. And his mother $10. So he owes mom $10. Write an expression to represent the situation and solve to find his total. Total means to add. So if he owes his dad $9, that makes it a -9 plus, and he owes his mother $10, that's a -10. Signs are the same, add them together, 9 plus 10 is 19, keep the sign, -19. So he has, so Mike, he doesn't really have it, he owes it. So Mike's at -19. It just said to write the expression and solve it. So I found his total. So Mike's total is -$19. He has a -$19. He better work to make some money, guys. Now what I want you to do is to try these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on your own. 6 counting the word problem. Pause the video, try them on your own, and then we're going to check your answers. Here's the answer to the first one. See if you got it right. Remember, different signs, subtract them, keep the sign of the larger looking number. Signs are the same, add them together, and the answer is negative. Signs are different, subtract the smaller from the larger looking number, keep the sign of the larger looking number. Signs are the same, 4 plus 7, you learned that in elementary school, that's 11. -8 plus -7, signs are the same, add them together, and it's a negative, keep the sign. Down here it said Jill owes her brother $6, so that's a -6. And then gets $20 from her grandmother. So that's a +20. Write an expression that shows her total. There it is. There's the expression. This is the expression. Remember, expressions don't have an equal sign. And there's the answer. See you tomorrow, and if you have any questions, bring them with you.